Hello friend, today we have to discuss the testing of transformer. On the testing of transformer, we have to see here open circuit test, short circuit test and magnetic balance test. The open circuit and short circuit test are performed for determining the parameters of the transformer like as efficiency, voltage regulation and circuit constant etc. These tests are performed without actual loading of the transformer, hence very less power is required for this test. The open circuit and short circuit test gives very accurate results as compared to the full load test. Then we have to first discuss the open circuit test on the transformer. The purpose of open circuit test is to determine the no load current and losses of the transformer, because of which there is no load parameters are determined. This test is performed on the primary winding of the transformer, and here we have to find the no load parameters. Then we have to see what is the circuit diagram of the open circuit test. This is the circuit diagram of the open circuit test on the transformer. Here see on the primary winding, that is wattmeter, ammeter and the voltmeter are connected to the primary winding, and normal rated voltage is applied to the primary winding with the help of auto transformer, and on the secondary side there will be a open circuit, that is HV winding. The secondary side we have to connect the voltmeter in order to measure the voltage induced on the secondary side. When the on primary side we have to apply something voltage, then voltage will be induced on the secondary side according to the mutual induction principle, and this will be measured with the help of voltmeter. When we have to keep the secondary of the transformer is open, thus no load current flows through the primary winding will be small. The value of no load current is very small as compared to the full load rated current, and the copper losses occurs only on the primary side of the transformer, because secondary we have to keeping open, because of that no current is flowing through the secondary side. And we have to, the reading of the wattmeter only represents the core losses and iron losses of the transformer. The core losses of the transformer is the same as of the types of load. For the performing the test on the transformer, we have to obtain the different parameters. The calculation of open circuit test we have to see here, that is wattmeter reading W0, V1 is the voltmeter reading we have to measure on the primary side, then I0 is the ammeter reading, then iron losses of the transformer, it is indicated by Pi, that is nothing but the wattmeter reading, and then the iron losses of the transformer, that is W0, it will be given by the V1 I0 into cos of phi 0. The phi 0 is the no load power factor, and it will be calculated with the help of W0, that is divided by V1 I0. The 0 suffix is nothing but the no load, that is IW is a working component. It will be calculated with the help of wattmeter reading, W0 divided by V1. This is the second equation. Then putting the value of W0 from the equation first and the equation second, we will get the value of working component, that is IW is equal to I0 into cos phi 0. Then Im is the magnetizing current, it is given by the square root of I0 square minus IW square. Then we have to find the no load parameters, and this will be calculated, that is existing resistance, that is R0 is equal to V1 divided by IW. Then equivalent exciting reactance we have to calculate it, that is X0 is equal to V1 divided by Im. Here we have to show the phasor diagram of open circuit test. Im is the magnetizing current and IW is the working current, and from that we have to get the resultant current is I0, but the no load current. Then the iron losses measured by the open circuit test is used for calculating the efficiency of the transformer. This is the open circuit test is carried out on the transformer. We have to discuss related to the second test carried out on the transformer is nothing but the short circuit test. This test is performed for determining the various parameters of the transformer. It will be helpful for determining the copper losses occurs on the transformer at full load. Copper losses is used for finding the efficiency of the transformer. Because of that, this test will be conducted. Then from this test we have to calculate the equivalent resistance, impedance and leakage reactance by using the short circuit test. The short circuit test is performed on the secondary side or high voltage side of the transformer, and the measuring instrument like as wattmeter, voltmeter and ammeters are connected on the primary side of the transformer. We have to shown here figure, that is wattmeter, ammeter and voltmeter is connected on primary side, that is HV winding, and on the LV winding we have to shorted the secondary winding of the transformer. Ammeter is used for measuring the current on the primary side, wattmeter is used for measuring the power, and voltmeter is used for measuring the voltage on the primary side. And on the primary side we have to apply the voltage to the primary winding with the help of auto transformer, and on the secondary side the secondary winding is short circuited with the help of one wire. The low voltage source is connected across the secondary winding, because of which full load current flows from the both the primary winding as well as secondary winding of the transformer, and the full load current is measured by the ammeter connected across the secondary winding of the transformer. The voltage source is applied across the secondary winding, which is approximately 5 to 10% of the normal rated voltage, and the flux is set up in the core of the transformer, and the magnitude of the flux is small as compared to the normal flux. The iron losses of the transformer depends upon the flux, and it is less occurs in the short circuit test because of the low value of flux. The reading of the wattmeter only determines the copper losses occurred in the transformer in their winding, and the voltmeter here will be measures the high voltage winding, voltage applied across the high voltage winding we have to shown in the figure, and the secondary current induces in the transformer because of applied voltage. After conducting the test we have to calculate the various parameters, that is WC is the wattmeter reading, V2SC is the voltmeter reading, I2SC is the ammeter reading. Then full load copper losses of the transformer, it is given by, see the equation, that is PC is equal to I2FL divided by I2SC bracket square into WC. WC is the wattmeter reading and I2FL is the full load current on the secondary side, and I2SC means short circuit current on the secondary side. And see the second equation, I2SC square into REC is equal to WSC. This is you have to find the wattmeter reading. In this equation we have to get the equivalent resistance referred to the secondary side, because we have to know the wattmeter reading and short circuit current. Therefore we have to find REC, that is WC divided by I2SC square. Then this is the phasor diagram of the short circuit test. Here I2SC is the short circuit current secondary side, then I2SC into REC, that is voltage drop in the secondary side, we have to in phase with the I2SC. Then I2SC into XEC, this is the voltage drop, that is reactance, it will be 90 degree to the I2SC. Then we have to find the resultant, that is I2SC into ZSC voltage drop. From the phasor diagram we have to obtain the various parameters, that is next one is the I2SC into ZEC is equal to V2SC. Then from that we have to find the equivalent impedance refers to the secondary side. It will be given by the ZEC is equal to V2SC divided by I2SC, and the equivalent reactance refers to the secondary side. It will be calculated ZEC is equal to square root of, no sorry, here equivalent reactance refers to the secondary side is given by XEC is equal to square root of ZEC square minus REC square. From there we have to again, the voltage regulation of the transformer can be determined at any load and power factor with the help of ZEC and REC. In the short circuit test, the wattmeter records the total loss present in the system, including the core losses, but the value of core loss is very small as compared to the copper loss. So here we have to neglect the core loss and we have to obtain the efficiency of the transformer. Efficiency of the transformer is determined, that is output divided by input into 100. To discuss the third test, that is magnetic balance test. It is not in case of single phase transformer. The magnetic balance test is applied on the poly winding transformer, that is 3-phase transformer. Then 3-phase transformer, it will be connected in two fashions or connected two ways, that is delta connection and star connection. According to that, we have to discuss the magnetic balance test on the transformer. This is the delta connection transformer. In case of this transformer, failure of one phase in transformer, then only one limb of the transformer will produces the flux and the remaining two limbs will provide the return path for that flux. The main aim of this test is to prove the flux produced by the one limb is the sum of the fluxes of other two limbs, so that we can say that core don't have any problem for the path of fluxes. The flux passing in the two limbs will induces the voltage on the winding placed on those respective limbs. So by logically, the sum of voltage induced on the remaining limb must be equal to the voltage applied to the one limb. Nothing but we have to see the phi A is the flux produced by the first limb, phi B is the flux produced by the B limb, and phi C is the flux produced by the third limb. Then phi A is equal to, it is a good one, that is phi A limb flux produced by the A limb is equal to the phi B plus phi C. From that 100% flux phi A is equal to 60 to 80% of phi B plus 40 to 20% of phi C. Then we have to discuss related to the star connected transformer. In this case, the failure of two phases in transformer, either R phase and Y phase or Y or B phase or B or R phase, then only one limb of the transformer will produces the flux by using neutral point. The main aim of this test is to prove that the flux produced by the one limb is the sum of fluxes of other two limbs, so that we can say that core don't have any problem for path of the flux. The flux passing in the two limb will induces the voltage on the winding placed on the respective limbs. So by logically, the sum of voltages induced on the remaining limb must be equal to the voltage applied to the one limb of the transformer. Suppose we have to consider the voltage applied on the one limb, that is VA is equal to VB plus VC. Here assume that Y and B phase are open and R phase will be in good A phase in R phase in good position. Then phi A is the flux produced by the limb A, phi B is the flux produced by the limb B, and phi C is the flux produced by the limb C. Then see the phi A is equal to phi b plus phi c. That is, phi a is the total flux produced and phi b and phi c is the return path for the flux is provided, and it will be the 60 to 80% of return flux produced by the limb A, and return flux produced by the phi c is 40 to 20%. There will be one question in your mind, that is, why not flux is equally distributed in the first and third limb, or in case of second we have almost equal reluctance path for the left and right side, that is limb A and limb C, but in case of one and third we have high and low reluctance path for fluxes for middle and outer limb. So value will be vary from 60 to 80% of this value. Because of that, equal percent of flux is not distributed. We have to discuss related to the what is the procedure for magnetizing test. First, apply 3-phase 415 voltage to the primary winding of the transformer and remove any one phase for delta fashion winding and remove two windings for star fashion winding. Note down the voltage readings in the three phases by using multimeter in primary and secondary winding. Line to line voltage in case of delta fashion, and in case of star fashion we have to measure the line to neutral voltage, and we have to repeat the same procedure for the remaining two cases, and we have to measure the voltages. And during conducting this test we have to must remember that the remove the neutral earthing of the transformer and remove all external connection of the transformer, and then we have to conduct the test on the transformer properly. See the friend, in this video we have to study the three different tests carried out on the transformer in order to find the different parameters. In the first test, that is open circuit test, we have to find the no load losses, that is core losses present in the transformer and no load current, what is the value of that quantities. Then we have to discuss related to the short circuit test. In the short circuit test we have to find the full load current, that is short circuit current, and we have to find the copper losses present in the transformer as well as resistance and reactance as well as total impedance of the transformer, we have to find it. Then in the magnetic balance test, whenever we have to find the when one phase is good and other two phases are not in working or open, then whatever the flux produced by the first limb, it will be equal distributed in the or other two limbs will be provide the return path for the fluxes, means there will be no disturbance to the return flux, means limbs will be good one for that flux. That test we have to conducted. Thank you friends.